This is the textbook section on the Middle and Southern Colonies, part of our invasion unit in which we answer the question, what drives change? Introduction. The Middle Colonies, including New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, provided religious freedom to many groups and economic opportunities of many sorts. The Southern Colonies of Maryland, Virginia, North and South Carolina, and Georgia based their success on farming and the production of crops thanks to their warm climate and rich soil. However, reliance on agriculture led the Southern colonies to use more slave labor than any others. Middle Colonies. New York was initially settled by a group of Dutch colonists in 1624 and called New Netherland. The Dutch West India Company attracted settlers to the colony by promising land and financial success. When the Dutch tried to expand the colony, nearby English settlements perceived such actions as threats and responded by sending ships to attack. The Dutch surrendered, and ownership of the colony passed to the English Duke of York, who renamed the colony after himself. Many settlers hoped to live in the Middle Colonies for religious reasons. In fact, New Jersey was advertised as a land promising freedom of religion, and Pennsylvania was founded by William Penn as a safe haven for a religious group called the Quakers. Penn and the Quakers believed in religious freedom and equality, making Pennsylvania a popular and productive colony. In 1704, Penn allowed several colonies to break away and eventually form their own colony of Delaware. Southern Colonies. Lord Baltimore created Maryland as a farming colony which granted religious freedom to Catholics. Specializing in tobacco production, Maryland required intense physical labor and relied on slaves and servants in order to plant and harvest its crops. Similarly, farmers in what would become North and South Carolina relied greatly on slave labor to work their rice and indigo fields. Many of these slaves came across the Atlantic from Africa, but they also captured and enslaved Native Americans. Georgia, the southernmost of the colonies, differed in its origin from the other southern colonies. Founded by James Oglethorpe, Georgia was originally intended as a refuge for debtors, those who owe money and cannot repay. The colony also served as protection against Spanish settlements in Florida and Louisiana. Like the other southern colonies, though, Georgia used slaves heavily as a means of cheap labor.